Hi, welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to be taking us through the sales module, quite a short one, the sales module, and as you can see, it has it's quite responsive too, and has a table where you can filter, and then your total fiscal year sales, you can see there, and the month, the date sold, the items sold, right? You can see them here. So this grouping helps to let you know what and what you've sold, when you sold them, the month you sold them, the year you sold them, right? And if you need to do any adjustments, you simply click on the blue button, opens up, and then you click on edit or delete, right, to make whatever updates you want to do. Okay, so this is basically the sales table. Maybe if you want to filter for previous years, you use this, or you want to filter for a specific period, maybe just 1 month alone, you use this as well. Then you search, and then you class search. Now let's go to other part of the, before I come to the sales module, let's see what is involved. Now, you know, the sales module, in fact, actually, I've even discussed the product module first before coming to the sales module. But since we're already here, let me talk about the product module, because before you sell anything on the sales module, before you enter anything on the sales module, you probably should have defined them or entered them in the product module. Product module is like your store, the store where you keep your items, take the inventory and everything, add your cost and everything. So that's where the product module is all about. So before we come back to here, let's talk about the product module. Okay. Now, okay, let me start from the table first. As you can see again, this is your product module. Here, you want to enter a new product. You select the product brand, right? The system will automatically generate what we call a batch code, and then you enter the cost price of the product, which also referred to as COS, cost of sale, and then you enter the selling price, quantity you bought, the date purchased. So all of that builds your table. As you can see again, here you have the year purchased, month purchased, then your items, right? So this is where that define comes in again, because if you enter all items, like maybe you write them in a book, there's no way your book would define all of this for you, right? There's no way your book would define all of this for you. So let's talk about what the product module has for us. Now, before I go up, let me start from the down. The detailed, this part shows a detail of everything we have entered into our products module. Please don't forget this button. This button shows you other columns that you are not seeing. Okay. Now this is the detailed part. You can filter. Then you also have the summary part. Okay, the summary part. This is the summary part. I see that it's quite. Then you have now where you have the product category, where you define your product, as in their categories, right? Now see, this is Champion Breweries, and the category code. Now, okay, this is where you define it, right? And then this is where you now add your brand. For example, that Champion Brew, what are the products that is being produced by Champion Breweries, right? For example, we talk about Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola does Coke, Fanta, Sprite. So you don't just write, it will be good so that when you are filtering what a particular company does, you know, it will help you. So, For example, now you want to enter a brand. I'm not into beer, so I wouldn't know what. But for example, now assuming you want to enter Coca-Cola, you select okay, like here now you talk about soft drink. You can, but my staff here he made a mistake. He would have entered Coca-Cola, so that we know that Coca-Cola, whatever other brands you enter here, for example, Coke, it's a brand under Coca-Cola, Fanta. Now there are tons of them, so that's what you actually enter here under the brand, such that when you now want to now add your sales, right? For example, so that maybe you bought stocks of Coke supply. Okay, I think I've been here. Sorry, I've been here before. I've talked about Imperial brand. Okay, here you see all your brands, all your brand and their categories. So even if you want to enter a new brand from here, you want to enter product under this brand, you click on add to product inventory, right? Or you want to make an audit, you click here. Or alternatively, you come to this very product inventory and add all your stuff. Now see where the brand comes in now. 33 Coca-Cola. Now this Coca-Cola okay, this now see Pepsi certainly will be under Pepsi category and not under Coca-Cola itself. Okay, so and then system will tell the batch code and the rest of them. Now when you are done entering all of this, that is when you can now come to your product sale, because at this point you've registered what you bought, how much you bought it, how much you want to sell, the quantity that you bought, right? Now you then come to add sale. You click on add sale, right? Then on the add sale page, okay, it's open, sorry. On add sale, this is your add sale page. The system will generate an auto reference code for you. Then you select the date, select the product you want to sell, that has been sold, selling price. In fact, you don't enter the selling price. As you select the product, the system automatically populates the selling price for you. All you need to do is enter the quantity. For example, here in this quantity automatically is 1, but if I enter, see, as I enter 0, it added this, right? Now, if maybe in a day you sold about 10 products, you don't need to add one and then you click enter and save again. No. So what you simply need to do is click on add row. This add row will open something new again for you, right? So you enter you enter under product. So you select another product again, the cost, the quantity, right? When you are done with that and you have another product again, you click this. So till you have all the products you have sold, right? Once you are done entering all of them, then you can now click on save, right? So this saves you the stress of enter one and then come back again, enter another one. So this is what we've been working on all this while to make sure it's easy, right? If I'm to show you this on a desktop, you will appreciate it more, but because I'm using a mobile prototype, I cannot change it to a desktop screen for you to see. So everything right now is going to be on this mobile screen, right? So this is basically how to add new product to your product inventory and also to make your sales, right? Now, like I've already shown us the add sale. Then you can also view your monthly sales here, right? You can also view your monthly sales here, right? Then finally you can also view your products and loss on this page. Very, very important. You can view your Very, very important. You can tell, someone will tell you whether you're making a profit or you're making a sale. Now, please note all of these are demo. So, like you're seeing it. If it was, if the background was red, it will show you. You will not certainly know it's loss, right? So, but because it's green, it says that you're making profit. If it is, if you're making loss, this arrow here will point down, and this background will show red, right? That tell that you are making loss in your entire business. Okay, so I encourage us to do this and see how it goes. Okay, so I think that is basically all we need to know on our product and sales module, right? So I'll come back again and take us through the service module. Thank you so much and remain blessed.